All right. So tonight's SmackDown was pre-taped. This SmackDown was taped last week, right after last week's episode of SmackDown. And to be frank, guys, this SmackDown really, man, as of the last like couple of weeks, like the last couple months, actually, it, ever since I think this whole Bloodline story became like the main focus of everything, it just I feel like it's just kind of been like things a little repetitive and it's just boring to a certain extent, man. Like tonight's SmackDown, you went into it knowing that it was gonna be pre-taped, so the excitement of it not being live was definitely lost. Like the whole time, I'm just thinking I can literally just go and find the results on the internet. I mean, I just don't have that much to say here tonight, man. So we'll get into it. The main sort of stuff here. LA Knight takes on Santos Escobar in a nothing match, really. Just, these two guys have nothing to do so far. LA Knight is just kind of biding time again towards SummerSlam, which is the main focus of the show, is just killing time until SummerSlam. And he takes Santos on. As the match is ending, Logan Paul comes out, tries to attack LA Knight. LA Knight reverses him. LA Knight picks up the win. Logan Paul eventually attacks him either way at the end of the match. These two guys have a little brawl, and Logan Paul is interviewed in the back. He says something about Mr. Cleveland's coming at SummerSlam. Who's Mr. Cleveland? Who knows? But again, just killing time until SummerSlam. And earlier in the show, we had a segment with Nick Aldis and the Bloodline. And Nick Aldis tells the Bloodline that I think it's Tangaloa and Tama Tonga won't be able to compete because of the attack that Kevin Owens did to them, to Tangaloa specifically, with his an eye patch. And I must have forgot already what happened to his eye. Like, I don't remember what the hell happened to his eye. Did he get it poked or something? I don't remember. But Solo steps up, says, don't take us out. We don't forfeit. Bloodline doesn't forfeit. In comes Jacob Fatu, takes Tangaloa's spot. Tangaloa just being a comedic character in the back, I guess. He's just kind of like the instruction manual. You just look at him, but you never use him. Essentially, this leads us into the tag team match, which essentially was just building up for this Bloodline team to become the number one contenders. And for me, up to this point, I didn't know if these guys were gonna challenge next week or challenge at SummerSlam, but we got to reveal that they're gonna challenge next week. And I think that they probably are gonna take the titles, man. Short title reign for DIY, because they're probably just transitional champs for this Bloodline to kind of have more credibility, I guess. And it kind of makes sense, one set is going for the tag titles, one set is going for the undisputed title. So I guess it makes sense from that sort of point and logic. And then later on, we get a vignette by Cody Rhodes. He's beaten Roman. He thought that when he beat Roman, this was going to be it for him in the Bloodline. He had the fight of his life at WrestleMania. But then he says this new Bloodline comes out, this makeshift Bloodline comes out, and says that he wants the title to remain to remain away from the Bloodline. He vows to keep it away from them. Then he challenges Solo Sikoa next week to a face-off, him and Cody just by themselves. I'm sure next week something's bound to happen, but I don't know, dude. It's week after week here with SmackDown, where it's just like there's nothing interesting going on, dude. There's if you compare it to Raw, right? Raw's got so many stories going on, man. Like every single thing feels like there's some sort of story behind it. At least like 90% of that is how that feels on Raw. Here, it feels like you can maybe watch one or two things of the show and that's it. You can maybe watch the Logan Paul stuff, maybe watch the Cody stuff, and that's it. So we're just biding time here for eventually SummerSlam, man. And I hope, I pray like Drew McIntyre prayed for CM Punk, man. I pray that something happens after SummerSlam, like that this show can rebound, because right now it's going down in the dumps, man. Even if this was a live show, this just isn't what it used to be, man. Like, we just need we need some hot fire here. We need a hot storyline to go in to SmackDown, because right now they're as cold as ice. And that's where I'm gonna end off here tonight, man. Hopefully we can rebound within the next couple weeks post SummerSlam, but until then it's just gonna be the same old shit. So I'm out, have a good one, and I'll see y'all later.